What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of MVP Unplugged. Today's MVP is a marketing consultant, a personal branding strategist, and much more. We'll find out in today's episode. Let's welcome Keerthi on the show, man.
Hi.
How are you, Keerthi? What's up?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. How is your day been so far?
My day has
Hmm.
first half. I think I had a call and then I traveled all the way from South Bangalore to this place. So yeah, that's been my day.
Long journey, huh? So, Keerthi, how did you get into all of this, like marketing consultancy? And you told me about the personal branding strategist. That's a long name, that's a long profession itself, I feel.
Everybody. Whenever I say personal
Ah.
branding strategist, like 2-second pause. Huh? What? Like, can you repeat it? Like,
Yeah.
what? Can I? What is it? So yeah, basically, how did I get into all this? It's a
Hmm.
funny story because I graduated. Uh, After graduating, I did not. I was placed in. I was placed. And then I did not know what to do because I was not really passionate. About okay, should I be coding? Should I do because my agenda or my thing was always you should be whenever if you're passionate about it
Mhm.
you'll ease it
Yeah.
right. That's my agenda. And then I was like, oh, what do I do? And then I realized I'm good at baking.
Mm.
So my husband and I and we thought, okay, let me register to this course,
Mhm.
YCAPS School of Baking.
Okay.
So that's a diploma.
Hmm.
I did that for 6 months. I even had my own small bakery in my own like house and everything. The business grew well, and I did. It was all going well until I realized it's a lot of pain. Physical
Mhm.
stamina. You need a lot of physical stamina, and it takes a lot from you.
Yeah.
So I thought, see, I like baking, but not as a profession. I realized.
Okay.
So I had to scrape that idea. And then I was applying for jobs.
Mhm.
So then I got a job
Mhm.
as a marketing and a sales person. I got a job.
Mhm.
And then the boss there was like, you should handle our LinkedIn page because
Okay.
he saw a flair in me, maybe.
Mhm.
So he said, you should handle our LinkedIn page. I said, yeah, okay, fine. I did handle the LinkedIn page and everything. And then by that time, I was also active on my own LinkedIn page.
Okay.
And then people started coming to me saying that, oh, you're good at it. Why don't you handle it for us?
Mhm.
That's how it all started. So I didn't even know this can be a full-fledged profession.
Mm.
So it's
Yeah.
like, as people came in as that's when I know, okay, this can actually pay me and this can actually be a full-time job. That's what
You
that happened.
graduated in?
Information science and engineering.
Damn. And then altogether a new profession you are
Yeah.
into now.
I mean, I tried a lot. As I said, I was an engineer, baking.
So when
and
what year
like,
what year was when you started baking your business, like you started off your business in baking and everything?
2019 I graduated.
Okay.
2019 I baked. I mean, I signed
You
up
got
for the
into it.
course.
Okay.
As soon as I graduated,
Ah.
I did not do the placements thing. Like I got placed, but did not go for it.
Mhm.
Then I signed up for this course. That took 6 months, and then again 6 months was setting up. I remember I went to this Kaban Park, having my cookies and everything. It went very well. I still remember I think all my cookies were sold out. Filtered coffee cookies were my all-time favorite. My client, my clients loved it. Customers loved it. And then again, I got a job, and everything happened.
So if someone wants to do what you're doing now, like the even marketing or the personal branding strategist and everything, like how do they get into this? Like, do they have to study anything? Is there like a course for that, or they can just learn it by themselves and get into it?
So first off, I would say, see, there's no like full-fledged course.
Okay.
You first of all, what I would say is you learn on the job.
Okay.
If you think I will read these 10 books
Mm-hmm.
and again 10 of these books and then I become a master and then only I start
Mhm.
this, it's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
So you learn on the job. So what the one advice that I would give freelancers, so nowadays people say you quit what you're doing, you quit your day job and then just get
Mm.
into it. I would never ever suggest that.
Okay.
I would always suggest have a day job,
Hmm.
maybe do this as a side hustle
Okay.
until you double your income from the whatever you're getting, until you
Hmm.
have the double or
Okay.
substantial income
Mm.
to support yourself, to pay your bills. I would
Mm.
never say quit your job, because that will lead to desperation, and that
Mm.
will lead you not to even learn anything, because
Mm.
when you're desperate, you pick out any clients that you get, even
Yeah.
toxic
Right.
clients, you are forced to work with them. I
Right.
would never suggest that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you told you like on your bio, I read that you worked with 25 plus companies globally.
Yeah.
So how was that like the experience working with someone international?
The best part about my job is interacting with people all around the globe.
Hmm.
They would be, I think, with my job. So the
Yeah.
job I told you, that
Mm-hmm.
also,
Okay.
I was that in that place as well. I was
Ah.
interacting with a lot of people, all CEOs, CXOs, all of this profession, and now here I am now also interacting. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's the best part about this job.
Okay.
uh, Being able to interact with them so that I can learn something from them,
Mm.
something each day. Get to learn something from the best of the people.
Mm.
That's the best part of it about this job.
I was going through your testimonials also where the people had put like you help them grow in social media and everything. How important do you think when someone is starting off if a startup or a new business, how important do you think for them to grow in social media?
uh, Very important, I
Mm.
think. 3 4 years ago, maybe it was just like a good to have. If
Mm-hmm.
you have, you will have an edge.
Mm-hmm.
But now it has become a necessity. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever founders that come to me, I always tell them to have 3 pages.
Mm-hmm.
One is LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm.
personal brand, and one is Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
personal brand, and Instagram company page. However, LinkedIn company page they will create it.
Mm-hmm.
These are the things that any founder should have.
Okay.
Even who is at a level of a CXO should have a
Mm-hmm.
personal brand. These are like some things that you cannot ignore. It's a necessity. I think a very very good example is I can give is why are Shark Tank. Why are
Mm-hmm.
people ready to spend? They are very very busy people. All these
Right.
sharks. Why are they actually ready to spend their time over there? Because they
Yeah.
get a lot of exposure. Their personal brand actually explodes
Mm.
when they go over there. It's just that. It's as simple as that. Aman Gupta, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that there's this famous reel where his traction has after before
Mm-hmm.
Shark Tank and
Mm-hmm.
after Shark Tank. These
Yeah.
are the, I think, case studies that you can tell. Yeah.
I think even people who are doing content creation at the end of the day, after they make good money, after they grow a little bit, then they start their own business and it'll be like a pickup start for them already
Yeah.
because they already have the fame. They have people. They have got their consumers, so they'll grow like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think being active on social media, having a follower base is an unfair advantage, I would say. Like a
Hmm.
distribution, you already have a distribution now.
Yeah.
People are ready to buy from you. Like, who gets that advantage, right?
Hmm.
So, it's an awesome advantage. I will I will recommend this to every founder out there, CEO, CXO, everyone, service provider. Please grow your personal brand. It will help you long, long way.
Right.
For a 16-year-old who's watching, why do you think having a LinkedIn profile is so important?
See, as I said, in our days, okay, people were like, opportunities, I would say, were really less, the internships and everything. And
Hmm.
nowadays, it has become so competitive,
Okay.
right? If a 16-year-old, right, I think if he has a LinkedIn profile, it'll help him to get a job, get an
Hmm.
internship, get a good internship, not
Hmm.
just an internship for the sake of a certificate that he has to show in college. Okay, I did this, like a good
Hmm.
internship. See, I feel internships are really really important today, because you can try your hand at like 10 different jobs and then
Hmm.
figure out what you like the most,
Yeah.
and then maybe pursue it. Because today you don't really have to do study that, because if you have the unfair like advantage of internships, you can take full advantage of that. I would say have a personal brand. Even a 16-year-old should try to build their personal brand, I would say.
Okay.
Like just they can just post 2 times a week, just post their learnings, maybe the books they read,
Okay.
about their college life, all these things.
So basically, now if anyone who's just started off their business or anything, what marketing strategies do you suggest them to do? Like social media is one thing for sure. Other than that,
If someone starts a
yeah, how
business,
they want to advertise their products or anything, where
so
can they do it?
I would say, see, my expertise is mainly social media, that is
Okay.
Instagram and LinkedIn, mainly LinkedIn. And I would say that the first thing that they will have to do is organic marketing
Hmm.
Hmm.
on social media, right? This. And then after that, then only they should go for, according to me, paid media advertising, what we call, right? A combination of these two works very well. If you think you should invest both, like organic media and paid media together, I don't think it will work out very well, at least in my client's case. Because you will not really have any content to show. Even if I say,
Mhm.
if I invest in paid media and those people come onto my profile, if I don't have any good marketing on my own profile, then the people will leave, they will
Right.
not be converted into sales. So first, I
Hmm.
would say, first I would urge everyone to invest on organic marketing.
Mhm.
After they have a certain follower base,
Hmm.
certain page, and everything, I would then say maybe invest in paid media. Yeah.
You have also worked with a lot of your companies. You have a lot of clients. So what are the common mistakes they do?
Common mistakes, okay.
Hmm.
The first mistake I would say is buying followers for
Mhm.
the sake of it. Like, just I remember this consultation call. Okay, there was this one I think, yeah, astrologist. Okay, she had come and they said, so she said, I will buy followers.
Mm.
It'll create authenticity. People will
Mm.
trust me.
Yeah.
But then, how far it's gonna take you?
Mm.
Then, if you buy followers today,
Mhm.
first of all, the current followers will know. Like,
Mm.
if someone has 500 followers today and tomorrow they have 50K followers, they will know you bought followers. And
Mm.
then the rest of your page will tank. You
Mm.
have 50K followers, and then the reels are not
Yeah, yeah.
really going ahead,
Right.
right? These are all will tank. Okay, the
Mm.
first mistake is, please don't buy. Okay,
Mm.
please invest in good marketing consultant, hire them.
Okay.
It's an investment for your business. Please do it. And the next thing is, there are these groups, all right. They will tell these people as soon as they post, especially on LinkedIn, this happens, right? They will say, engage with my profile, engage with my profile. That will not take you anywhere, right?
Mm.
Because it's not genuine engagement. Also, it has to be targeted engagement. Like, for example, if I'm founder, I would really need other founders to engage on my profile, not like other freelancers, right? That's
Mhm.
also really important. So these are, I think, like, it's not going to take you anywhere. You might have good engagement, maybe 50 k reaction 50 reactions, but where will it take you?
Mm.
What is the end goal? That
Right.
is the one thing that you will have to see, right?
Mm.
That is like a big
Mm.
no no. I think the third thing is maybe on Instagram, I would say, is I would suggest people to have creator accounts
Okay.
more than business accounts,
Mm-hmm.
because you will have a lot more features, lot more things that you can work upon.
Mm-hmm.
These are the three things that I would recommend
Mm.
people do.
Yeah.
You work with like all types of businesses, or you like have any specific types of business companies that you work with, or you?
I mainly work, as I said, I mainly work with founders and service providers. I really, right now, I've really not like been like, say that this isn't what I will work with.
Mhm.
But I would say a lot of tech founders
Okay.
do reach out to me. That's what I would say.
Mm.
So in the game of social media, like, how do you graph it? 10 years before, there was no social media, or there
Mhm.
was nothing where you can market it like for free. Like now social media is completely free. If even I want to launch a brand, I can just launch it through Instagram and do the needful. But how did this impact the market? Like if you want to compare 10 years back and now.
Greatly. Like, I think, earlier, what can people do, right? Put a billboard.
Yeah.
That's the advertisement that they had, right? And how many people will even look at the billboard, right? Now, with knowing, like, for example, if I'm a, for example, say I'm a college student, I don't have any good large budgets, but I want to start a scrunchy brand.
Mm.
What I'll do, first thing I'll do is create a social media account. And then it has given me the power as a college student to do this, all right,
Yeah.
and make this a full-time career. I know people who are doing six-figure incomes, college students who are doing this like a full-time career, right? 10 years ago this wasn't even a, like, I don't think this was even a possibility. I don't
Right.
think even people were thinking in terms of it.
Yeah.
People were like, if only if you're into employment your life is settled. If you're into business, okay, your life will tank. Please don't do. I think nowadays I think also the curve is, parents also encourage now because they've seen people achieve all this. People, okay, if you're really passionate about it, if you think you can work towards it, please do. Also, one myth I would like to clear out is, they think employment is tougher, and they think business is very easy because it has opened so many floodgates and everything. It's very easy because you don't have any boss and everything, and you can do your own job. It's just grass is greener on the other side, I would say. If you ask any entrepreneur today, was your employment easy or was your business easy, they would 100% say this is very, very tough. Unless you're passionate about it, unless you're
Right.
really, really dedicated and ready to work hard, maybe at least 10 times harder, please don't come. Please stay in your, your employment, please stay there. Please don't come here. That's what they would say. Yeah.
Like if I want to start a fashion brand today and like scale it up to like 100 crores or something. So what should be my marketing budget?
First, I would say you should invest in social media. All
Okay.
right. I would not say, first is, always, always, always start small. Okay. Always, okay, I know you need to have 100 crore
Yeah.
budget, if you have to build that brand. I
Yeah.
like your vision,
Yeah.
but I would never ever say that, okay, invest all, everything.
Yeah.
Invest in that paid media, invest in this, invest in that, invest in that. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
No, that's not the way to go. The way to go is humble beginnings. Okay, invest. I would say invest in very, very three people. Okay, your marketing consultant. All right. I think that's one of the main investments that you will have to do, even if it's a little higher.
Okay.
Higher,
Hmm.
because good marketing consultants are hard to get today, who are good at their job and who are dedicated, because that also, right? So I will feel you should hire a marketing consultant first, because that is the backbone of your brand. And then, if you have two people with you, one you and one of your co-founder, I would highly suggest that, because that will be like a complementary skill set that you have and the other person has.
Yeah.
Please distribute your tasks among yourself, what you are good at, what he's good at, and please do this. Why am I saying only these three? Is because please keep handful of the budget, right?
Okay.
Don't splurge.
Hmm.
Marketing consultants budget vary depending on their expertise, depending on their personal brand that they've built. Again, if they already have got a good personal brand, the marketing consultant, what you're, the budget will obviously be higher.
Right.
The charges will be higher.
Right.
If they're starting up, the charges will be lower. So it depends again on various factors. You cannot really vaguely say on a, like a podcast, how where I have to, you should do, right?
Okay.
Because it depends on a various factors. So this is what I would say.
Okay.
Do these three things, and every day have a plan. This is what I will work on. This is what my co-founder will work on. This is what my marketing consultant will work on. And then I'm sure you will see the success of your brand. and again then you can grow your team and everything, with that success.
Okay. So, what is one common strategy which you like the most among brands, like based on your research or something?
I would not say common strategy, but I liked this stroke of a brand,
Okay.
it's Tata's, okay, Tanishq.
Mhm.
So back then, if you can see, jewelry brand, jewelry as a general was a very unorganized sector.
Right.
Okay, even if you see, your like our grandparents would maybe prefer to go to this local jewelers and get their jewelry there. They had to go there and ask for customizations. Maybe I want this, I don't want this,
Yeah.
and then they would give their quotations, and then they would come back with it, and then maybe they would discuss with their family, and then they would go back, and then they would say, yes, this is what I want. It was basically a huge unorganized sector, right?
Mm.
At this time, Tanishq launched. Tanishq, wanted to, they had these good setups and everything, but it was, people did not trust. That's the main hurdle that they faced. They did not know what to do. Actually, Tanishq was like, I think, was close to shutting down.
Okay.
And then they thought, okay, let's do something about this. Let's do this one last stroke. And then they bought this, machine called Carat Meter from Germany. And then they tested, they tested all the gold people already had with them, to test the purity of the gold that, these local jewelers gave. Sadly, 60% of the jewelry they bought was not pure. Okay.
Okay.
And I think all of them felt betrayed, because gold is something, I think, we
That's
we kind
true.
of had so much sentimental value, and everything, all of us Indians will, can
Right.
relate to it. And then they introduced the scheme as where, you could exchange the gold with so much carat and everything. And they introduced the scheme where, yeah, you could exchange the gold, and I think Tanish never looked back from that. You know, they started growing and growing. That's how they gained the trust. So what Tata's did here is, they really saw what was the market gap, try to look into it, and then they said, how do we earn trust? Let's really see if the jewelry already owned by these people are they even pure or not. Right, that's what they did, and I think that's one of the brilliant case studies that I have read, and I really love that.
What is the difference you see between an Indian brand and an international brand?
See, I think I would say largely the Indian audience are very, very different. The challenges that Indian brands face are very different from the brands people from abroad face, right? I don't think there should be a comparison, right? Like, for example, Swiggy, Zomato will
Yeah.
have different challenges, and the companies there will have different
Yeah.
challenges. So I
Yeah.
don't think there should be a comparison, because the people are uh, like really different. Like Netflix, for example, it's like a blockbuster there. It is
Yeah.
like a little bit tanking here.
Yeah.
So I don't think there should be like a comparison like that.
Okay.
So what you're doing on Instagram is too good. You are decoding all these brands. You're making like 100 videos. So how did you get this idea?
Okay, it was very, very random. So what happened was, as I said, I was I am very active on LinkedIn, because that's how I got my clients. That's how I started my business. That's how I got my clients and everything.
Most of your clients you get through LinkedIn or Instagram?
LinkedIn. LinkedIn is
okay.
where my business is.
Okay.
Then I started, okay, then I had a personal page, which I here and there I posted reels, and then I was like, one fine day, I thought I should do something on Instagram, because it's not good to have all your eggs in a single basket. You
Right.
should branch out. And then I thought, let me be active on Instagram. And so after I decided what I have to be active, I thought, what should I do? First I thought, let me do about Instagram growth and everything. But I felt that's maybe I should do about case studies, because I am very curious about case studies. I learn at least about I learn every day about case study because I Google, I try to learn how this brand succeeded, why this brand failed. I try to learn all of this. So I thought, let me do about case studies rather than Instagram growth, and that's how it all started. On one fine day, I hired an editor, and I said, okay, let's do this. Let's start. And then I came up with this 100 days challenge, and I think it's not yet over.
Yeah, I think you're in your 60s or
60s.
something.
I mean,
Yeah.
last week I couldn't post because I was like, I was down, I was sick,
Mhm.
and this week I'll come back. But yeah, that's how it all went. I think it's been like 4 months since I started.
What's one of the most fascinating brands that you have decoded?
As I said, Tanishq.
Tanishq is one,
Tanishq is
definitely.
one, and why Netflix is tanking in India. That's one. And what else? Swiggy. I did a video on Swiggy. That's like amazing how they used washing machines and everything.
Swiggy, what did they do?
So what happened with Swiggy was okay, Swiggy is related to washing machines, I think. So what happened
Uh-huh.
with Swiggy had a really hard time uh, scaling their brand. So they were really like they had tried everything under the roof. What do they do and everything, because Indian women basically take a lot of pride in preparing meals for their families. It's the one thing they like, they literally do. I mean, edit this please.
Yeah.
It- it's the one thing I think they do it with a lot of pride and emotion, and a lot of sentiments is all there, mom's love and everything. So they were not ready to outsource that to some other restaurant guy to bring their food for them, right? So what did they do was, okay, if this is the case, let's do one thing. Let's they were but they one insight that they found was they were ready to outsource parts of their meal, maybe a dessert,
Yeah.
maybe a curry, maybe sabji, something like this, right? So that it will reduce the women's labor in the kitchen. So how is this related to washing machine is, people who had washing machine in especially tier 2 and tier 3 cities, were ready to reduce the labor on women, right? So these exact people will be ready to reduce the women's labor on food as well. So they actually marked those cities where the purchases were high and everything, and then that's how they scaled with this particular insight.
So you started off your social media by decoding the brands. Is that was your first video, or you have done a lot before that?
No, this decoding brands marketing, uh, I think it's my thing. That's the only thing that I have done in this page, marketing with Keerthi. I think one video I just put out on a little bit on history. It's just one reel I feel, but all the others are just decoding brands.
Then you're killing it. Like you're already getting so much growth. You're getting followers and everything.
Thank you so much.
I
Thank you.
think what you're doing on Instagram, the reels that you're putting out is should be appreciated a lot more. And like I was going through and I'm like I was watching all the reels, literally I'm like, okay, this is so like this is great. And all the videos were like that only. All the brands that you have decoded and everything.
Thank you so much.
So
How did you find me?
my
It
son
was
now.
yeah. How did you find me? I'm curious. It
So
was
I
like a
usually
algorithm.
go through, like, if I have DM'd someone, I go through their following list, who all are their following. So and then I try, like, I first go through their content. If I find it very legit, then I reach out to them. But then yeah, when I saw your content first, like, very few people I've seen in this space.
Is it?
Yeah, like,
That's also one thing I have seen personally. Few women also. It's very less women who do this. What
Okay.
I have personally
Uh-huh.
follow and everything. So yeah, it's few people and few women do this. So yeah.
so getting someone on the show, like, obviously it is going to be informative to someone.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what we are doing.
I was a little nervous before doing this, but now it's all good. I'm enjoying.
I mean, this is my first podcast, and I'm like, whatever, like, I'm enjoying every bit of it.
So what's next for you? What are you planning to do in this particular industry, your profession and everything?
Sorry, what?
What are you planning? What's next for you in this profession?
In this profession,
Yeah.
scaling my Instagram page first off,
Yeah.
and then of course freelancing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was just telling him I have my mind on starting a podcast as well. So I don't know when that'll happen,
Oh,
but
we wanna get some
one
more
day.
competition now. Get some more competition. Who's got a lot more brains than us?
I mean, yeah, because I love, as I said, I love interacting with
Yeah,
people. That's what got me into this profession, first of all. Right?
same.
So, yeah.
Even for us, that's why we are doing it. For me, like
Yeah.
talking to new people, getting to learn from them. By just you telling us your stories and your experience and everything, I'm just gonna learn all of it by not doing it itself. By just
Yeah.
Correct.
listening to it, I'm gonna get it,
Correct.
and whatever mistakes you have done, I'm not gonna do it again. And then I'm
Absolutely.
gonna learn from it, and that too, like meeting people from all the other industries, different industries and all. That's too good, like talking to them.
I mean, that's so true. I feel I have to quote this. So, my father in law always says, he's an entrepreneur too.
Okay.
So, he always says, um, you know, the mistakes that I have done, you should not do, but you
Mm,
should do your own new mistakes.
mm,
That's when
Yeah.
you see a lot more growth. That's
mm.
what he tells my husband, and
Right.
I. So when you said mistakes,
Yeah.
it reminded me, right? So you can actually not do the same mistakes that I have done, and
Right.
your growth will be much at a higher pace,
Mm.
because you're doing this, and you get to meet people from all walks of life.
So if when you started your Instagram, what was your few things which you wanted to concentrate will grow your page?
Basically, okay, so I am into this profession, so I know what works and what doesn't
Yeah,
work.
that's what we want to know.
Uh, so, so also, I would say each profile should
Mm,
have its own strategy.
mm.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Okay, one thing I would say is what. So you should always stick to a niche,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
right? And why am I doing the challenge? To
Mm,
keep myself accountable.
mm.
it's it's for you guys also to say that I am on day 67. That also helps, but also more or less to keep myself also accountable. Now I know, see, I was sick the other week, but
Mm.
I know it's always on my back of my mind. I'm just in the 60s. I have to reach the 100-day goal. Like, it's always on the back of my mind,
Mm.
right? That's there. And then second third thing is the hook line. Man, it matters.
Mm.
Hook line. So your content can be gold, diamond, platinum. But if the hook line is not good, not
Mm.
great,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna watch your video,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
The first line is the one that grabs the attention. The already the attention span of people is been reducing day by day. As you know,
After
you are
reels
into this
too.
also.
After
Yeah.
reels, there is no attention.
So the first line is very much, it's very good.
Wow.
It is very important.
Right.
The third, and also what matters is the editing,
Mm.
right? So my editor and I said, so I tell him, so this is something that I would like, this is something that editing style that I would like, and everything. And the one thing that I would tell anyone who wants to grow on Instagram is,
Mm.
people who are already successful at this game,
Mm.
observe them,
Mm.
analyze what is working for them,
Yeah.
analyze what is not working for them, especially people who are in the same niche as yours. So if
Mm.
you're gonna pick someone who's in a different niche,
Mm-hmm.
they would have a different strategy mostly.
Mm.
So analyze them, get an Excel sheet, write maybe top 100 creators. That's the work that it takes.
Mm.
And see the viral rates, why it worked, your analogy, just your analogy, why it worked. Maybe have another column where, say, the reels that have tanked, not gotten as much reels as maybe it would be expected on that particular creator's
Mm.
feed. But why did it tank? Just analyze. You will learn a lot by just doing this exercise.
Mm.
Do this.
Yeah.
And again, hook line, right? So I feel like the the information is already there. We are in a
Right.
world where we are overwhelmingly informed.
Yeah.
So now is how you have to put it, how you have to present it. That's what it matters, right? So if I have to say a case study, for example, I think my RCB video went viral. That's one of my first videos to go viral. Okay.
Okay.
Why did it go viral? One thing is the match was going on. That was a random idea also. So
Okay.
what happened was, I mean, I had like a strategy already there, but then I thought that idea just popped up in my head. You know, you should always be thinking on content. You know, you will know. You know, you'll always be thinking what will be my next content, what will be my next shot at it, right? So we were watching this match at our home, and the IPL fever was going on, and then the fans of RCB.
Yeah.
So,
Anything you put out about RCB, it's gonna get viral.
so so RCB has not won a single match
Yeah.
till date, right? So, but they're one of the biggest brands today.
Right.
Yeah.
And people don't know this. Sometimes you think what I know, people will know. Like I knew this. People don't know it. Right? That also one advice is don't underestimate yourself. You think what you know, everybody will knows. Already knows. Oh, why should I put this out? Everybody will know.
Yeah.
No, please put it out. You will be helping people who are just one step behind you. People who are one step behind you will not look at maybe Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Let me do that. People there will look at you.
Right.
You will look at, first thing you will look at is one step ahead of the person who you will relate to.
Right.
Right, that's how the RCB video really came along, right? So I knew the RCB season was the IPL season was going on, so I knew it was one of the biggest brands, and the hook line was great, the editing was good, everything all culminated. See, if the IPL fever was not going on, maybe the reach would not be as great.
Yeah.
But I would really watch for the reach would be great, but not as great, because all the other factors were put together. Right? This is how you have to do, right? Maybe what is trending today, do that. Go to Google Trends. What is trending in your area, what is trending in Bangalore, what is trending in India. Do your research, right? And people, if you do all this, I'm sure you will build a solid personal brand.
Right.
How do you think content can get monetized?
So first off, I would say how you should first focus on building a personal brand. Then brands automatically reach out to you.
Okay.
Okay. And the second thing is there are agencies, right? You reach out to them.
Okay.
That okay, I have this much followers, this much engagement. Uh, do this, like what do I do? Can I be any of help to you? Cold email. Do all that,
Yeah.
right? But all the brands, what do they first look at is, do you have a good personal brand? Do you have a targeted audience? These are the things that you look at. Are your followers bought? Right. So first, what you have to do is focus on personal brand, and the brands will automatically reach out to you. So don't focus on monetization. How
Okay.
can I monetize? No. First, focus on building a good follower base, good
Right.
engagement rate, good conversion rates, all of this, and then the brands will automatically reach out to you.
Because now people think, like, when they come into content creation or YouTube or something, they think, oh, YouTubers make so much money, so even I want to get into it. So I just want to know the backstory of what all it takes to make it in YouTube.
I feel like, see, in YouTube, as you
Yeah.
said, you would understand. See, in YouTube, nothing comes easy in life. If people think, oh, I can make and be easy and I can make crores of rupees, everybody would have been YouTubers, everybody would have been Instagrammers, everybody would do this
Yeah.
if it's so
Right.
easy, because everybody needs money in this life.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not easy. It's not, everything is not glossy, right? In especially in this industry that we are in, the money that comes is very, like, one month you get paid a lot, the other months you don't get paid that much. That's one of the
Mhm.
disadvantages, right? And when you concentrate on the money aspect, I
Mm.
feel you, please don't get too into it. That's what I would say.
Okay.
When you focus on the money, I would say it's demotivating for you only,
Yeah.
because it takes a little bit time for you to
Mm.
even reach that phase. Okay,
Right.
you've reached that phase, reach that phase, then you will get paid peanuts. What will
Mhm.
you do,
Yeah.
right? So that's not something that you need to be concentrating, I would say, entirely.
The initial stage is the biggest, the toughest one,
Yeah,
because
it's
you
yeah,
have to build a relationship with your client, and then only it's going to work out. And then you need to be doing it till the end, till the works gets over. No, I think that is the toughest part in your job.
it's very deep. I see, as I said, if you don't see the results, you will be demotivated.
Mm.
What? So that's why I would say, if you're only passionate about what you do, then
Mm.
only. For example, if if I start making content on something that I don't have that much passion on, like I'm not
Mhm.
passionate about such certain subject, but I make videos just because uh, people are killing it over there, people make a lot
Mm.
more money.
Mm.
For example, comedy content, if I start
Yeah.
making comedy content today, and uh, I don't think I'll survive, because that's not
Mm.
something that I'll do.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
something, maybe I can do 1 month, 2 months, but after third
Mm.
month, what do I do?
Right.
Right? All the creators that you see today, like
Mm.
it might be Nikita or mostly seen, they've put out
Mm.
mostly seen. All of them have put out a lot of work.
Yeah.
They've been there in the industry where they've not got paid at all. Niharika, mostly seen, they have put in the work.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think they would not be even paid, right, when they started off. Especially Niharika's content, I would see, okay, when she
Mm.
had even 10K
Yeah. Yeah.
followers,
I think that
that
was like 7 8 years ago
yeah,
minimum.
Yeah.
I would see her
Yeah.
content, because she was a South Indian. She's a South
Yeah.
Indian,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not many South Indians I would see then. So I was like a avid watcher of these YouTubers,
Mm-hmm.
especially, right? I would watch till, like, I think I started watching YouTube very very young, like in my high school. That's when I
Okay.
started watching. I used to watch all these American YouTubers, and
Who?
then
Can I know who?
these, I mean, I don't follow them now, so I really have forgotten all of their most.
Okay.
Bethany Mota is one of them.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, Bethany Mota.
Okay.
And then well, like, I've forgotten their name.
Okay.
Okay, so I would follow a lot of them, right? And then they would show all these, basically they were
Mm.
lifestyle vloggers.
Okay.
So they would show all these back to school ideas, back to
Ah.
all these ideas.
Yeah.
And then I still remember, I would go to our stores here, and I
Mm-hmm.
would say, can I get a planner? Like, back in the day, nobody knew
Yeah.
what a planner was.
Huh.
Now
Mm.
everybody
Yeah.
knows
Yeah.
what a planner was, everything.
Right.
So I would ask all sorts of questions. I would show photos. I need this. I need
Mm-hmm.
this.
Mm.
And I remember those days. And then I saw these creators coming up, and that's how
Mm.
I stumbled upon Niharika and everything. And she only had 10K. Even
Mm.
once I wondered, what motivates her to do this?
Mm.
Because she did not have a lot of reach then,
Mm.
right? Then I realized she genuinely enjoyed what she was doing. She was not
Yeah.
doing it for the money, she was not doing it for the fame, she was not doing it for others. She genuinely enjoyed what, like, even if nobody paid today
Mm.
what she's doing, I'm sure she would continue to do.
Right.
Right? That's what matters.
Mm.
Like, for me, like, I genuinely love putting out content,
Okay.
especially tell stories of businesses,
Uh,
so that I can learn something, I can provide something valuable to my viewers,
right.
present it in a way that they can learn something. That's the only goal that I have.
That's nice. So you were talking that you were telling me that you wanted to start your own podcast. Like, what kind of guests that you want to get on your show if you're starting?
So actually, what I have, like, firstly, I want to get founders,
Mm-hmm.
I would say. And I want, there's not really particular subjects that I would say the subjects that interest me.
Okay.
I would like to get people from like that. Like, for example, medicine interests me.
Okay.
Like, you know, taking good care of yourself
Mm.
is directly proportionally like medicine. You should know
Mm.
Yeah.
how to take care of
Yeah.
yourself, right? So I would like to get good professionals there. I would like to get founders. I would like to get maybe, you know, even astrologists, you know, like that, because I'm curious like how their life would be, how, why do they do,
Yeah.
what do they
Yeah.
do, you know,
Mm.
like this, you know, basically subjects that I'm curious,
Mm.
because I'm a very very curious person. I ask a
Okay.
lot, you know, people around me tell I do ask a lot of questions, and I think
Mm.
they always say that's what maybe have gotten you into this profession.
Mm.
So because I ask a lot of questions, I'm a very curious, inherently very curious person. So that's what I would do.
I asked you this question so I can steal your plan. I'm gonna go home today. Gonna go home, research, do a case study, all the
By
medicine.
how
and
miles?
everything. But no, just kidding, man.
So you are a personal branding
Strategist.
strategist. Yeah. So you think sometime in the future, maybe you're doing this 5 years down the lane, you think AI could ever steal your job?
No,
No?
no,
Okay.
never.
Okay.
Why do I say that? As AI could steal jobs of people who will not add human touch. AI, how much ever advanced they can be, they can never add human touch. Without human touch, why will I read some robot writing a story?
Yeah.
You see, I'm into this profession. I can easily know the difference between something that has been written, you know, entirely using AI, and something that's a human has written. It's a like the different. It's a stark difference,
Mm.
right? So, I mean, they can never steal the jobs.
Okay.
They can steal the jobs of people who don't do their job well,
Hmm.
like people who use
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use AIs only to help you become more productive.
Hmm.
But
Right.
if you depend entirely, then
Mm.
you will end up losing your job. That's about it.
So I think we are done for today. We got to learn a lot, and then all the best for you, man. I want to see you grow on Instagram much more, and what content you're putting out. That is really important. I want everyone who's watching this to go check out our profile on Instagram, LinkedIn too. What you're putting out, the work is too good, and I want you to keep doing what you're doing, and all the best. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It really means a lot. We got to learn so much from you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Firstly, you know, the setup is really nice.
Thank you.
You know, the colors and everything is
Mm.
so well thought of and put. And what you guys are doing is really awesome.
Mhm.
Right. Thank you so much for inviting me. It has been an honor. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Wise. All right, guys. That's it for today. See you all on next Friday.